You ever feel like no matter how hard you try, it's just not enough? Like the world's racing ahead and you're stuck with broken shoes on a muddy path, chasing dreams that feel a million miles away? Now imagine being told, you're worthless, over and over again, that you're not smart enough, not strong enough, not good enough. This boy heard that every single day. And still, he didn't stop. He didn't back down. He never gave up. Welcome to Inspire Wave, where we don't just tell stories, we show you what's possible. Our story starts in a dusty corner of Kansas, 1945. A tiny house, a single mother, and a little boy named Tommy Walker. Tommy wasn't born with much. His father left before he could speak his first word. His mother worked double shifts at a factory just to keep the lights on. They couldn't afford toys, could barely afford food. But Tommy had something no one could steal from him. A dream. He wanted to play football. But here's the thing, Tommy wasn't fast. He wasn't strong, and by all accounts, he wasn't very good. At tryouts, the coach laughed and said, "Son, you might want to try the band instead." But Tommy just stared back and said, "I'll be back tomorrow, sir." The next day he showed up, and the day after that, and again and again. Rain, snow, freezing wind, didn't matter. Tommy showed up with worn-out shoes and a bruised ego, but never with excuses. Every drill, every lap, every hit, he took it all. Not because he wanted to prove the coach wrong, but because he wanted to prove to himself that he could belong. Kids made fun of him, called him Tiny Tommy, said he looked like a scarecrow trying to play football, but he kept showing up. Until one day, coach gave him a shot. Not a game, not a jersey, just one chance to run a drill. And that's when Tommy did something that shocked everyone. He ran through the drill, full force, like he was chasing down his life's purpose. He wasn't fast, but he was fearless. He wasn't strong, but he was relentless. Coach stood there, blinking. He'd seen better players, but he hadn't seen heart like that in years. "All right, son," coach said, "you're on the practice squad." Not the team, just the squad. No games, no crowd, no jersey, just more pain, more pushing, more proving. And Tommy took it all. There were days Tommy cried himself to sleep. Days he questioned if any of it mattered. His mom would patch his torn shirt, clean his muddy shoes, and whisper, "You got fire, baby. Don't let them put it out." See, the hardest battles? They're not on the field. They're inside your head. And every time someone told Tommy he couldn't, he told himself one thing, "Then I have to." Senior year, final season. Tommy finally got a jersey. Jersey number 44. Not because he became the best, but because no one could outwork him. He played 5 minutes a game, maybe, but every second, he played like it was the Super Bowl. In one game, their team was down, star player injured, clock ticking. Coach looked at the bench. And then, to everyone's shock, he pointed at Tommy. "Walker, you're in." The crowd went silent. Some laughed. Some shook their heads. But Tommy didn't flinch. First play, a fumble. But second play, Tommy broke through the line like a rocket. He didn't just tackle the quarterback, he leveled him. Crowd erupted. Teammates swarmed him. And for the first time, he felt it. Not just respect, but belief. That moment changed everything. Tommy didn't get a scholarship. No scouts came calling, but he didn't stop. He walked on at a junior college, then another. Then finally, he made it to the University of Kansas. Not because of talent, because he refused to give up. He wasn't a superstar, but he became a symbol of grit, of perseverance, of refusing to quit, even when the world said no. Years later, Tommy Walker became Coach Walker. He trained kids who had no hope, told them his story, showed them his scars, and reminded them, you don't have to be the best. You just have to be the one who won't stop. Some of his players went pro, most didn't. But every single one of them walked away with something bigger than stats, self-belief. And decades later, when Coach Walker passed away, over 2,000 people showed up to his funeral, not because he was famous, but because he had changed lives. One kid, one word, one practice at a time. You might not see the results today, or tomorrow, or even this year. But if you keep showing up, if you keep grinding when nobody's clapping, that's how legends are made. Tommy Walker never made it to the NFL, but he made it where it mattered. He became the man who refused to give up, so others could believe they didn't have to either. And that's the kind of success money can't measure. So here's what you take with you today from Inspire Wave. You don't need permission to chase your dream. You don't need applause to keep going. You don't need a spotlight to shine. All you need is the courage to not stop. So ask yourself, are you showing up? Are you pushing through? Are you willing to be the one who never gives up? Because if you are, then no matter how far you are right now, you're already on your way. This is Inspire Wave, and remember, the fire in your soul, it's more powerful than the world outside. Don't let it die. See you in the next story.